Hello everybody, welcome to GIS Pathshala Grade 5, Grade 6, Social Science History Chapter 5, Kingdom, Kings and Early Republic. Now we have seen that how the kings were there in during ancient time and how the rajas who performed big sacrifices were then recognized as being rajas of Janpads. We have seen about the Janpads, now Mahajanpad. About 2500 years ago, some Janpads became more important than others and were known as Mahajanpads. Means, like in present days, you are saying that some of the cities are big cities and they were the center of attraction, very important cities, and we are saying that metropolitan cities like that. There was intense rivalry among the Mahajanpads, resulting in frequent wars. Huge walls were made of mud, stone, wood, brick were used to fortify these capital cities. Fortify these capital cities. Fortify cities means they were making one wall type around the city. See, many of the story books in the stories you have seen, suppose the story of king you have seen in the TV or somewhere also, the one person, the guard is standing outside and the big doors were there and city is covered with the wall. At night they are closing the doors. If suppose the outsider is coming, outsiders is coming to and to attack this on the city, they first try to open the door because the walls were so high. They have to climb the so big wall and then they can enter the city. So like that, the big walls they were making, kings were making around the city, and the that is known as the fortified city. Forts were probably built because people were afraid of attack from other kings and needed protection. Why they were making this type of fort and the fortified cities they were making? Because they were afraid of the attack from other kings. Other kings were attacking, so they were afraid of the other kings, and for that they need the protection. It is also likely that some rulers wanted to show how rich and powerful they were by building rarely large, tall, and impressive walls around their cities. Sometimes some rurals were thinking and they wanted to show their rich power. They wanted to show their power and their reach, that how they were rich. So they were making this type of big, impressive walls. Also, in this way, the land and the people living inside the fortified area could be controlled more easily by the king. And when they are making the wall, that area is fortified area, so it is easy for the king also to control the people easily. It is also become very easy for king to control. Building such huge wall required a great deal of planning. See, to build this type of big land, planning should be there proper. Thousands, if not lakhs of bricks or stones to be prepared. Of course, so big wall they were making, so thousands bricks, more than lakhs bricks were needed. This is turn meant enormous labor provided possibly by thousands of men, women, and children, and resources had to be found for all of this. For this, many people has to have to work together, and resources should be there. They have to find the resources also. So this type of 45 cities they were making because of the protection. Sometimes the kings wanted to show his richness and power. That is why also they were making this type of big fortified cities. Wall was made around the city. Because of this wall, it was easy for the king to control over the people also. And for this they need a proper planning. Proper planning should be needed for this type of fortified wall fortification. And for this, thousands of people has to work. Thousands of bricks are needed. Many peoples needed for the work, and the resources also they need to make the bricks. See, these type of forts were built to protect the people or to show the wealth of the king. Now the taxes. See, taxes always the word is coming. As the rulers of the Mahajanpads were building huge fort, maintaining big armies, they needed more resources. What happened? They are making this type of big walls. They were maintaining the army, so obviously they need resources. Resources means financial resources are also needed, and they needed official to collect this, and person should be allotted to collect these taxes. So instead of depending on occasional gifts brought by people, in the case of Raja of the Janpads, they started collecting regular taxes. So in Janpad, what happens? The Rajas were collecting the gift. Occasionally, the people were bringing, persons were giving the gifts. The Rajas were collecting those gifts. But in Mahajanpads, it was not possible to stay on such type of, rely on such type of gifts. Regular income is necessary. Regular income was necessary because the army was big. The fortification they are doing. So what they were doing, they were collecting the taxes regularly. They were collecting the taxes regularly. So which type of taxes and how the collection was there? Taxes on the crop were most important. This was because most people were farmers. See, taxes on the crop was most important because maximum people were doing farming. Usually the tax was fixed 1/6 of what was produced. Usually with the tax was fixed at 1/6 of what was the produce. This was known as the bhag or share. This was known as the bhag or share. So whatever the farmers were producing, from that the sixth part they have to give to the king as the bhag or share. There were taxes on craft persons as well. Craft persons were there, so for them also the taxes were there. These could have been in the form of labor. For example, a weaver or a smith may have had to work for a day every month for the king. Smith means goldsmith were there, blacksmith were there. So suppose the weaver or the workers were there, worker had to work for the king at least for a one day in every month. Worker, this type of workers, craftsperson, these are the craft persons had to work for a one day every month for the king. See, the first tax for the farmers, because maximum people were doing farming. So first tax, in the first tax they have to give the sixth part, 1/6 part of their produce to the king. In second tax was for the craftsperson. If the, like the weavers, smiths were there, they had to work for one day for the king in every month. Herders were also expected to pay taxes in the form of animals and animal produce. Herders means the cattle herders were there. So herders are also expected to pay taxes for the in the form of animals. Herders were giving the animals and animal products to the king. There were also taxes on goods that were brought and sold through trade. See, now the taxes on goods also that were brought and sold. Whatever the selling and buying was doing, on that also the tax was there. And hunters and gatherers had to provide forest produce to the Raja. See, those who were hunters and gatherers roaming in the forest, they were hunting the animals, they were collecting the things from the forest and forest products. They have to provide forest products produce to the Raja. Whatever forest products or these things they were bringing, that they have to give to Raja. See, now this how the taxes were there. See, first is for farmer, 1/6 of their farmers whatever they were producing they were giving to the king. Second tax is tax for craft persons. So those like weavers, smiths, those have to the craft persons. Those are the craft person. They have to work at least for one day every month for the king. Herders and herders have to give the tax in the form of animals and animal products. Then the things were sold and buy. Some trades were done on selling and buying of the product. On that also the tax was there. And hunters and gatherers, those who were hunting in the forest and gathering forest produces products, they have to give those things to the king. So this type of tax were there. After the change in agriculture, what was the change in agriculture? There were two major changes in agriculture around this time. One was growing use of the iron plowshares. This meant that heavy clay soil could be turned over better than a wooden plowshare, so that more grain could be produced. Iron plowshare means for plowing the land, the machine was there, one type of. So previously it was wooden, now they introduced the iron plowshare. This meant that instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plants would sprout, saplings were grown and then planted in the fields. Previously, what they were doing, they were scattering the seeds in on the ground. So wherever the seeds were there, the they were getting. But after that, properly they were doing the agriculture work. Instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plants would sprout, saplings were grown and planted. Now they were taking the saplings and growing in the field, planting in the field. This led to increased production as many more plants survived. Because of that, more plants can survive. In scattering the seeds, this type of things were not there. However, it was backing work. Generally, slave men and women, dasas and dasis, and landless agriculture laborers had to do this work. Now, see, this work generally who were doing slaves, men and women means das and dasis, and landless agriculture laborers, those who are not having agriculture land, they were doing this work. Kamakaras had to do this work. Now see, we are going to see about the two main important Mahajanpads during that time. One name already I told you in the previous video lecture, that is Magad. Magad was one of the largest Mahajanpads. In this Magad, Vaji, many all the places are given. So now we are going to see about Magad and Vaji. Magad became the most important Mahajanpad. Magad had two powerful rulers, Bimbisara and Ajatsatru. Now, Magad became the most important Mahajanpad in about 200 years. Many rivers such as Ganga and Son followed through Magad. See, Magad was very famous ancient name. This was important for transport, water supplies, making the land fertile. Parts of Magad were forested. Elephants which lived in the forest could be captured and trained for the army. See now, part of the Magad was forested. So elephants, those were there, they were taking the empire was taking the elephants and trained them for the army. Forest also provided wood for building houses, carts and chariots. Besides, there were iron ore mines in the region that could be tapped to make strong tools and weapons. See, Magadha had already, the geographical conditions were like that. Nearby big forests were there, so they were forest area was there, so they were getting animals from the forest and they were training them for the army. Then Magad means present time Uttar Pradesh side area. So you can see that there the iron mines are there. So the iron mines were there, so they were getting the iron and they were using those iron for making weapons. Already forest area was there, so from the wood of the forest they can make houses, carts and all the things. Now Magad had two very powerful rulers, Bimbisara and Ajatsattu, who used all possible means to conquer other Janpads. Mahapadmananda was another important ruler. He extended his control up to the northwest part of the subcontinent. Rajgriha, present day Rajgiri, in Bihar, was the capital of Magad for several years. See, it was in Bihar present day and it was the capital of Magad for several years. So as such, Magad was very prosperous Mahajanpad. All the resources were available nearby. They can use the resources, natural resources very nicely, and they made the Magad as a prosperous Mahajanpad, and the important rulers were Bimbisara and Ajatsatru. Now see, against the Magad Empire, one story is there that how the Magad was the very powerful empire. Other outsiders were also afraid of the rulers of Magad because they have the proper army and all the things. What it is there that more than 2300 years ago, a ruler named Alexander, who lived in Macedonia in Europe, wanted to become world conqueror. Alexander was a wish that I want to conquer the world. मुझे पूरी दुनिया जीत लेनी है. Like that he was thinking. Of course, he didn't conquer the world. See, that is not easy job. So he didn't conquer the world, but he conquered most of the parts of Egypt and West Asia and came to Indian subcontinent. Now he came to Indian subcontinent, reaching up to the banks of the Beas River. Reaching up to the banks of the Beas River. Beas River तक वो आ गया था. When he wanted to march further eastward, means Magad side, his soldier refused. What happened? His soldiers refused. They were scared as they had heard that the rulers of India had vast armies of foot soldiers, carrots, and elephants. See, the prosperity of Indian soldiers, Magad was like that, Indian rulers, that the soldiers were afraid. The soldiers of Alexander were afraid. They scared and they said that we don't want to attack on the Indian rulers because they have vast soldiers, foot soldiers, carrots and elephants. So they afraid and they didn't came ahead and they didn't fight with any of the subcontinental rulers. So like that, this type of management was there, proper things were there during that time also. Now after Magad, while Magad became a powerful kingdom, one another kingdom was there nearby Magad, that is Waji. Its capital at Vaishali, Bihar, was under a different form of government. Waji, capital at Bihar. Vaishali, that is at Bihar, was under a different form of government known as Gana and Sangha. What is the meaning of Gana? Gana is used for a group that has many members. Many members were there, a group of many members that is counted as Gana. And Sangha means organization or association. Sangh means organization or association. Present day also we are using the word, somewhere we are listening the word संघ. बोलते हैं वो संघ में गए तो उनका संघ है. Many a time for religious things we are using this word. In Ghana and Sangha there were not one but many rulers. See, many rulers were there. Sometimes even when thousands of men ruled together, each one was known as Raja. These Rajas performed rituals together. They also met in assemblies and decided what had to be done and how through discussion and debate. See, now present day we can see that the chief ministers of different states are there. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. They all are gathering in the assembly. Then they are discussing, they are debating for some of the matters and their final conclusion they are making. So like that many rajas together are working in a Gana and Sangha. Through discussion and debates, for example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they meet to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. However, women, dasas and kamakaras could not participate in these assemblies. Women, dasas means slaves and kamakaras means landless agriculture laborers could not participate in these assemblies. Now what happened? Ajatasattu and Waji Sangh. Ajatasattu wanted to attack the Vajis. He sent his minister named Vasakara to Buddha to get his advice on the matter. Now see, this is one of the incident given from Digha Nikaya, a famous Buddhist book. This is one incident given from a famous Buddhist book. The Buddha asked, what is there? Ajatasattu wanted to attack Vajis. He sent his minister to Buddha to get the advice. To take the advice because attacking on Vaji, Ajatasattu sent his minister to Buddha to further to seek his idea. What Buddha said, ask whether the Vaji met frequently in full assemblies. When he heard that they did, he replied that the Vajis would be continues to prosper. See now what Buddha told, that Vajis would be continues this prosper. First Buddha asked that they were meeting regularly, frequently in assemblies. मीन्स असेंबली में फ्रीक्वेंटली वाजीज मिलते हैं, तो यस बोला उसने. एंड देन व्हेन ही हर्ड दैट दे डिड, व्हाट ही रिप्लाइड, बुद्ध ने क्या बोला कि वाजीज वर प्रॉस्पर. तब तक वाजी का कोई कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकेगा जब तक वो ये सब फॉलो कर रहे. तो व्हाट दे वर टू फॉलो, दे हेल्ड फुल एंड फ्रीक्वेंट पब्लिक असेंबलीज. means they were doing the assemblies. They meet and acted together. Together they are doing the work. They followed established ruler. They respect, support the, listen to elders. They respected, supported and listen to elders. Means जब तक वो बड़े का रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे, सपोर्ट करेंगे, सुनेंगे. वाजी वुमन वर नॉट हेल्ड बाय फोर्स और कैप्चर. वाजीज कभी वुमन को कैप्चर नहीं करेंगी और सताएंगे नहीं. चैत्यास वर maintained Chaityas were maintained in both towns and villages. Chaityas means holy place. According, this is the word is of Buddhism, Buddha religion related to stupas. This place means where the religious place meant the religious things all the people were gathering and doing. Buddha monks were doing. So the Chaityas were maintained in both the towns and villages. वाजिस जब तक चैत्यास बनाएंगे और उसको मेंटेन करेंगे. Wise saints who followed different beliefs were respected. कोई भी दूसरे धर्म को फॉलो करने वाले सेंट्स हो गए उसके भी रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे. एंड फॉलो टू एंटर एंड लिव द कंट्री फ्रीली एंड एनी टाइम दे कैन कम एंड गो. सो टिल this all the rules are followed by Vajis, nobody can hurt Vajis, like that Buddha told to him. So all the things properly they were doing. And now we have seen about the Janpads and Mahajanpads. Mahajanpads means big town type. They were capital cities like that. And Magad and Vaji were the main Mahajanpads. Magad was the biggest Mahajanpad. So like that we have seen how the places were that. Rajas of powerful kingdom tried to conquer the Sangha. Nevertheless, this lasted for very long time till about 1500 years ago, when the last of the Gana Sangha were conquered by the Gupta rulers. See, this type of Gana and Sangha, and that they were working nicely, properly up to how many years? 1500 years. And the last Gana and Sangha was captured by which ruler? Gupta rulers. Further, we will see in the next, and the other your lessons were there. Afterward, the lessons were there. In that, we are going to see about these Gupta rulers also. But till 1500 years, the Sangha in this type of Gana was working, and the last Sangha was conquered by the Gupta rulers. Thank you.